Welcome back to the pregame show here at Forges Field. I am Rob Massey. I'm joined by Tim Scott of the Newport Gulls and Matthew Tonis of the Plymouth Pilgrims. This is the Broadcasters Roundtable. Gentlemen, round two, the NECBL Southern Division Championship, the Pilgrims' first trip here. The Gulls, well, whether it was the Southern Division or the Eastern Division, they've been here 10 times before. And a really tough-fought battle against the Ocean State Waves, and the Gulls survived at Cardines Field a couple of days ago. Tim Scott.
Well, it was a very exciting series throughout. Game 1, we lost 4-2, but we battled back. We won 10-8. We scored 8 runs in the first inning, Game 2. Eventually, we rallied behind some great pitching by John Kilichowski, Brett Hanowich, Jack Patterson. The offense and pitching came together. We won Game 3. Blaze Salter with a big grand slam in the 4th inning. All in all, everything came together. Good momentum boost going into this series.
Matt, coming into this series, the Pilgrims are 2-0. They swept the Mystic Schooners, pitching really the story of that series, except for the 8-run inning in the 8th at Mystic in Game 2. But pretty much the pitching for the Pilgrims, number 1 in the NECBL, shows why they're so dominant.
Yeah, Thomas Jenkins and Nick Berger, the two leaders in ERA in the NECBL. Thomas Jenkins setting the record. They both pitched great. The series was hard fought except for the final 2 innings of Game 2 in Mystic. But other than that, it was a really hard fought series, and the Pilgrims pitching just won out.
You want to talk about hard series? The last time Danny Garcia was facing the Newport Gulls, it was on July 3rd here at Forges Field, a 17-inning affair right before a hurricane came blowing into Plymouth, and Danny Garcia pitched effectively against the Newport Gulls.
Yeah, Danny Garcia pitched really well against the Gulls. He allowed 2 runs, only 1 earned through, I believe, 7 innings of work. He pitched really well against this vaunted Gulls lineup, and he needs to do that again if the Pilgrims have a chance in this series.
Tim, Jonathan Tripp has pitched so brilliantly against the Plymouth Pilgrims. He has only allowed 2 walks in the 2 games that he faced the Pilgrims. I mean, that is something that the Pilgrims are looking to change because this is a team that likes to take a lot of pitches. Tripp isn't going to let that happen.
Yeah, Jonathan Tripp has pitched 2 great games against the Plymouth Pilgrims, as you mentioned there, Rob. He really uses his fastball and his off-speed pitches to his advantage, and it really comes together, especially tonight, pitching in the postseason, in a postseason atmosphere kind of game. All in all, it comes together, and he'll make things happen on the mound.
Matty, the Pilgrims overall are 2-10 against the Newport Gulls. Both wins coming here, one last year in 2013, one here in 2014. What are the keys of the game for the Pilgrims to win this game, and why is it so important for them to take Game 1?
Pilgrims need to work counts. They need to get walks. They need to get on base somehow, and then their guys need to come and hit them in. The runners in scoring position has been a real issue for the Pilgrims this year, not getting them there, but hitting them in when they're there. So they really need to come up with big hits with runners on second and third today. And the pitching needs to do what the pitching has done and just have a low ERA. I mean, it's easier said than done, especially against this Gulls team, but I feel like it can happen. And it's really important to take Game 1 because other than the Gulls, no one who lost Game 1, I don't believe, did anyone else lose. So only one of the first 4 series in the first round, the team lost Game 1, ended up winning the series. So it's really important to win Game 1 and establish momentum.
And Tim, the Gulls are on a ton of momentum coming off that win against interstate rival, the Ocean State Waves. What do they need to do to keep the momentum going here in Plymouth tonight?
Well, basically, they just need to do what they've been doing for the last 3 games, and that's really get a lot of runs on the board early and often. Jonathan Tripp's a pitcher that really loves run support early. He really focuses on the counts and the batters when he gets run support. And if he gets run support from this Gulls lineup who can really hit the ball, they had 6 hits, I believe, against Garcia at the beginning of the season on July 3rd. If they really get hits and they really focus on that pitching, I think they should be fine tonight.
The Newport Gulls take on the Plymouth Pilgrims here from Forges Field as Pilgrims fans look to red out the Rock. Game 1 will be on the other end of this. Stay with us here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.